Imagine coming home from the hospital with your newborn baby and 4 months later hearing noises in your attic that have no explanation whatsoever. Hello, my name is Elena. I'm from Romania, but I've been living in Germany for 10 years. I'll start with a story in 2017 because that's when things started to get pretty significant. In 2017, my sister gave birth to her first child, a little girl. Congratulations, sister. When my niece was about 4 months old, I moved with my sister to a fairly large but also quiet old house, that wooden type model. One night around 12 o'clock, my niece was crying quite loudly, inconsolably. I just said that it was colic, given that she was quite small. The moment my niece stopped crying, some rather loud sounds started to be heard from the attic. It sounded like something was being dragged. It lasted about half an hour, during which my sister cried continuously. I was scared, and that night I tried to sleep with my sister and niece in the same room. I couldn't sleep all night. I tried to console my sister by telling her that there must be something in the attic, either rats or other animals. The next day, I decided to go to the attic to check, and nothing. There was absolutely nothing in the attic, just a chest full of documents nailed to the attic floor. It could not be moved. After this event, there was peace for a few months, nothing serious. Then, few months after the incident, my sister left with my niece to Romania, and I stayed home with just my boyfriend who worked the night shift and my sister's dog that evening. I watched a full movie until late. Then I fell asleep with the dog next to me. He was just a puppy at the time. I had eaten some chips, and being afraid to go down to the kitchen, I left the bag of chips next to the bed and fell asleep. At some point, I can't say when I woke up, but I can't say I dreamt it. I know I opened my eyes and saw a figure coming from the door approaching the bed, and what I found scary afterwards is that at the time I didn't feel any fear. I heard him step on the bag of chips, and in my mind I thought it was my boyfriend. He usually comes home from work around 3 a.m. Then the figure turned and went out the door, so I turned my back, and in that state of silence, I was waiting for the stairs to creak because I thought my boyfriend would go down to take a shower. Instead, complete silence. Then I reached for the phone and checked the time, 1:25. It couldn't be my boyfriend, he was still at work. I started shaking. I called my boyfriend crying to check if it was him. It wasn't him. And now after 8 years, I still tremble when I think about it. I prayed then, just like I do now. For a while, I thought I was crazy, that I was dreaming, but it felt so real that I had to have a hard time figuring out what it could have been. I never found out what it was, and I don't want to find out anymore. I live in a different house now. I apologize if I made any grammatical mistakes. English is not my native language. What was strange then is that the dog didn't bark either. He didn't get agitated. But when my boyfriend finally came home from work, he went into an uncontrollable state, got under the bed, and barked until he realized it was my boyfriend. That situation still scares me to this day. There have been others after that, but nothing so scary. Ooh, Elena girl, that's creepier than shit, I'ma tell you what. Honestly, I think what gets me the most about this story is the dog. It's the dog. Because, okay, yeah, it sounds in the attic. We can chalk it up, like you said, to be some type of animal, right? If there were rats, maybe you just didn't see them. Maybe it was a raccoon. I don't know what kind of animals you guys have there. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm sure you have the same animals. Anyways, with that being said, you can chalk that up to being animals, like you said. But the dog being reactive when someone comes home, even if it's someone who is known to the household, and being non-reactive to a ghost freaks me out quite a bit, and let me tell you why. It freaks me out because it is said everywhere that children, okay, which might be why the baby was crying, children and pets are far more susceptible to the paranormal and are far more capable of seeing the paranormal than people who do not have imaginations, such as adults. Now, because the dog was with you and did not react to, 1, the figure, 2, it coming into the bedroom, and 3, it stepping on the bag. That right there should have set the dog off immediately. I cannot believe that. That's insane to me. I would be terrified too, and honestly, I'd probably be in the same boat as you. I wouldn't want to know what it is either, girl. Thank you again so much. I love you guys so much. Reading these stories is quite literally the highlight of my day every single freaking day. I cannot express to you guys how cool it is to have someone message me from a completely different country and be like, hey, here's what happened to me in Romania. Come look. You know what I mean? So grateful for you guys. If you've made it all the way through to the end of this video, Thank you so much. Again, I love you guys so much. Please give me a like, a comment, a share, a save. I hear if you do it from the bottom up, it actually helps views. So that'd be cool if it does. It's just a rumor though. I don't know if it's true, okay? It hasn't been scientifically proven. And if you are not following me, please give me a follow. I do post spooky content daily for your entertainment. You're welcome. So not just in the fall and during the October spooky months, okay? We are spooky year-round over here in these parts, all right? Okay. Anyways, I love you so much. Have the best freaking day ever, okay? And I will see you in the next video. Okay, I love you. Bye.